Hey folks, it's taking me longer to get out here than I thought, but I am in zone 17. I'm able to get in the road. People have been driving down it before snow. We got 3 or 4 inches of snow last night, so it's all fresh bed of snow on top of it. So I'm the first one in here this morning. This is Monday morning. It's the last week of muzzleloader season. A lot of zones you can't hunt in now. This particular zone you can, zone 17. So I am gonna crawl through. This is gonna be more like an investigation day. What I should do during the regular deer season is come out here once or twice just to investigate and see what's up around here. I don't really know. An old set of tracks there, but I think it was coyote. I don't know really where's the best place to sit. So with this new fresh snow, it should give me a clean slate. I got more tracks in front of me here, older ones. There's a fresh set right here. A couple of deer tracks going in there. We're coming through, going straight across. So, well, I'm gonna continue driving down here. I got a little ways to drive through here. I sit roughly where I sat a couple of years ago. If it's a good sign in that area, may stick out a scent wick and sit for the day. Today is going to be extremely cold. Highs, they said it should be around 16 degrees. Be a little bit of a wind chill with it too, and they said it could get down to record lows tonight. I guess the record is 10 below, so it's gonna get cold tonight. So hope maybe the animals will be moving today in lieu of that, but I don't know. Gonna find out. Get you some footage of how I'm traveling through here. Zone 17 today, for the rest of the week actually. Whether it's here, if it's down in Bradford, there's a place I can hunt in Bradford too if I want to change of pace, but I am getting sick too. Getting the dreaded cold that the whole family's got. My sister-in-law still has it. I don't know how good my brother's doing with it. He seems to be doing better now. Jameson too. I have taken NyQuil at night, took Dayquil this morning. I got Sudafed for later on, and I feel, that disgusting feeling when you've had too much medicine in your body and you feel kind of foggy and not right. That's how I'm feeling. So hopefully this stupid cold gets out of me soon so I don't have to keep taking this crap. I hate taking medicine. Bad enough I take ibuprofen as much as I have to, but I haven't even taken that in a couple of days because I just don't like taking stuff unless I absolutely have to. We'll see what she does here. Maybe I'll have a big old whitetail bounce off in front of me and stop and give me a break for once. We'll see. I'll keep posted, everybody. Keep on looking. I'll give you this hill here, see if there's anything at the bottom first. As soon as I turn the camera off, something will take off. See, there's old tracks in the road. Some of those look like they might be moose tracks. And we got probably 8 inches of snow here now with this new 3 inches on top of what was already here. Assuming people drove through the weekend out here, probably Saturday, and now it's Monday, everybody's back to work. fresh tracks going across right here. I thought they were. Maybe it's just snow coming off the trees. There's nothing on the other side. Truck says it's 7 degrees out right now. Relax, truck. Only going what? 10 miles an hour. Alright, I got to my spot. I found a crossway that's going across the road. It's got quite a few different deer going across it, so maybe a busy site. I put a scent wick down at one side of it on the left hand side of the road. I backed up about 100 yards, so maybe 80 yards from it, parked on the side of the road watching this straight stretch. This is a straight stretch I've sat at years before too. It's been a lot of sign on this straight stretch, a lot of green growth on both sides, and right at the very end you can see it brighten up out there. There's a power line that goes across, so it goes quite a ways back behind me too. I just didn't want to go any further. I've been driving for quite a while. It's already after 7 o'clock now. Got in here a little late. I had to let the dogs out. I had to go to the bathroom and all that stuff, so yeah, I'd say between the snow that we got last night and what was already here, there's probably 6 or 8 inches of snow out here. In the town of Kingsbury, Zone 17. Know the western edge of it. Let me show you what I got. Cold day. That wind's starting too. Well, snow's been blowing off the trees because of the wind, and I'm getting in here and a little bit on the windshield. It is a cold one out there. I think it's 9 degrees right now. Beautiful day by the looks of it, except for the temperature. See how much snow we got. I just went down a little ways and turned around and sat here watching this trailway. And put out a scent work out there. I'm about 70 yards away from the trail. I wish I had backed a little bit further, but this is the place right off the side of the road I could park where I wouldn't be in the road. And because there's a trailway there doesn't mean something won't come out further down or closer. Certainly is a beautiful day. Blue sky. See what happens. Whew. I have to turn the truck on. It says it's -7 out right now with that wind blowing. It is cold. My tire light came on. I have 28, 29, 28, and 29 for air pressure in my tires. Saying my left driver's side tire is low, but it's 28. That one's 28, that one's 29. This back one's 28, and that back one's 29. So they're all low. Get some air in them when I get into town, hopefully. I just had to check on that too, because it came on when I come in here, and hoping I didn't have it flat. So I want to make sure that the pressure is the same still, and they're holding the same, so it's not continually losing it. It's not sitting on a flat, so that's a good thing. It is a cold one today. Holy moly, that wind don't help at all. Trying to warm up my feet. I don't know if they're cold. I'm assuming they are. Even my body's getting cool. It's not freezing yet, but with all these clothes on, it's the first time I've gotten cold. I think it's because of that wind blowing. It sucks the heat right out of you. Plus I have a cold now, so I don't know if that's creating problems too. I'm starting to fight a cough too now. Fight it, all right. A lot of times when I'm sitting here, if I have cell service, I go on my Maine Northwoods Hunter site, and I check on my comments, and I go over my comments and write back to people. If I have, and I also do a little short, sometimes video short, where I'm hunting now. I keep forgetting about doing that, so I've been trying to do it more often, because I get a lot of views on that, because the views are short, you know, so people take the time to watch it. So, but I had one comment on there. It was a negative comment. Guy called me a bonehead because I passed up on another deer in that last video. And I wrote back to him, you know, I didn't say anything nasty or anything like that. To me, when somebody says something like that, all that does to me is speak of them being an inexperienced hunter, or somebody who just wants to shoot the first thing they see, you know. And honestly, for that, being a hunter for the state, I mean, the whole idea of, you know, being a hunter is you're taking down some of the deer numbers, so the rest will have more food and, you know, survive the winter, the harsh winter, and you know, go on. The whole idea about taking deer is you don't want them to overpopulate an area, and then they'll be sick. And so I understand his, you know, me passing up a deer is me not doing that. But I've hunted a long time, and I've taken, you know, a few deer, quite a few, not quite a few, but quite a few deer, I guess you could say. And I'm gone past that. I'm at the age where I'm past that. You know, I more enjoy sitting outside on the first day, and you smell the autumn leaves, and you still get a little warm breeze to your face in the morning when the sun comes out, and you hear the birds. Or like a day like today, when you just had snow all day the day before, and, you know, it's kind of boring when it's like that. But then it's a bluebird sky day, and get the wind blowing on your face, and you get a little bite in the air, but you get the sun on your face, and it's still warm even though it's freezing outside. You know, there's all those experiences that you get throughout the season, from being warm in the beginning till bitter cold at the end, that, you know, I enjoy all of it. I enjoy being in the truck. I'd rather be in the woods, but it's just getting too cold and too hard for me to get out there with my shoulders and my wrists. My wrists are what's stopping me this year. My shoulder is okay most days, but my wrist, I have a pain that comes in this hand right here, just sitting, especially when my elbow is bent like this. I have to keep my other thumb right on it and push down on it, because it's I don't know, it's like a burning pain in one little tiny spot on there. And I had been to physical therapy before, and I've had my physical therapist push on that. So something to do with a nerve right there that gets aggravated to death through carpal tunnel, and it, you know, lightens up a little bit if I extend my arm out and bend that elbow straight. But you can't do that forever either, you know. You get uncomfortable when I do that. My pinky goes to sleep. It's annoying, you know. It's frustrating. I always used to take real good care of myself when I was in, you know, all through high school, I lifted weights for 40 years. In really good shape. I benched, 330, I think my best bench has about 175, 176 when I did that. That's after my accident. Before my accident, my best bench was 280, I think. So I gotten stronger after the accident for upper body, because obviously then I could do a lot of lower body, but I still did leg exercises to try and build them up. And I wish I should start doing that again before deer season, to try and build up my leg strength a little bit. My shoulders and wrists are not going to allow me to do benching and stuff like that anymore. They just don't. The hand just gives out on you. But I need to get back to doing something. But we'll see what happens after the season's over. But I'm just trying to say, you know, it takes all kinds of different hunters. And for somebody to sit there and go on the channel and just complain about everything I do, is why you watch the channel. Go do something else. If you know, it takes all kinds of people to hunt, and I understand your side. I mean, I've had friends. No, I'm not accusing you personally, so please don't take it that way. But I had friends who hunted who act in that way. They need to shoot something, and the first thing they see, and those are more of the people that I've experienced with. There could be more poachers and want to just kill something or shoot the biggest thing no matter what, just so they can say they did it, or shoot a deer just to say they got one and you didn't. You know, that's kind of being childish to me. I enjoy the whole thing, the whole experience, and honestly, being a paraplegic, especially for somebody who wasn't a paraplegic, you know, I was able to hunt for my first 23 years, 22 years of my life, able to walk and do all, you know, most normal hunting. And to drive by some of these places now and see where you could have walked and you wish you could still walk, you know, it gets extremely frustrating. So if you don't have another purpose, another reason to be out here, you won't come out. You won't. You'll just remember what you had, and you just won't do it. You'll just feel like you're ripped off and you can't do what you used to be able to do. So you're just not going to do it. It's just not fair, you know. You'll go through the whole rigmarole. You will. Unless you find another way, another purpose, another reason for being out here. And I found mine, you know. I think it comes a lot with age. You realize, you know, there's a lot more to it than just hunting. I mean, just killing, I should say. Hunting is a lot more than just killing something. A lot of the older people always commend me on the videos and appreciate what I do, even though I'm not getting anything. They see and understand, and I kind of motivate them a little bit to go out and do what I'm doing. And that's exactly why I made this channel. I want to get people to realize, even though you can't do what you used to be able to do, you can still get a lot of that same feeling being out here, and enjoying the woods, and enjoying being outside, and enjoying the different smells. Like I said, the autumn leaves in the early fall to the early morning rain and mists, and just smelling the moisture in the sky, knowing there's a rainstorm coming or a snowstorm coming. You can smell that if you pay attention. You know, you learn. And then just learning the different areas that you hunt. After a while, you'll realize where the deer will be. You know, it's taken me years to find these places to scout and sit. I mean, you watch some of my first videos, I'm not seeing hardly anything, you know, for most of the year, if at all the year, during the season. But now I'm starting to see things and know where they cross, especially this time of year in Maine. It's a very seasonal situation where they're in a different place in the spring, to a different place in the summer, to a different place in the fall, and a different place in the winter. And deer season is right in the middle of the fall to winter. So they're one place in the beginning of the fall, but they're moving on to the end of the fall into early winter. Technically, we don't hunt in winter because it starts at the 21st, and our last day for hunting is the 13th. For muzzleloader hunting, the last day of muzzleloader season will be the 13th, which is this Saturday coming. So, you know what, technically in winter, but look outside, really. It's 7 degrees outside, the wind's blowing, it's going to be 10 below tonight. It's freaking winter time, you know. So, I don't know. I just want people to realize I understand there's all kinds of hunters, and I'm just who I am. I've already described it. You already told you at the beginning of the video, I'm trying to get a big buck. As hard as it is, it's killing me to pass up stuff. But you got to know, I could have taken this one, I could have taken that one. So, and anybody who hasn't passed up a deer, especially in Maine, when you realize that could be the only deer I see, and you're letting it go, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to do that. And it takes also some confidence in yourself to realize, you know, I keep sitting here. There's already one gone by. There's a trail right here. There's more than one deer's gone by in one spot here. That's why I'm sitting here. It's a beat down trail that I'm watching. So obviously something else has gone through here. You give it enough time. In this area, I've seen a lot of tracks. Sadly, I've been here in 2 years because I couldn't get in here the year after because too much snow. And last year I couldn't get in here because it had snowed and then it rained and frozen. And when I could come in here, it had rained again. So it was just so icy. There's no way you could get in here safely or get out of here. So I didn't. But this year I'm able to come in here again. And this is one of the straight stretches I've seen a lot of tracks on. And we just had 3 inches of fresh snow, 3 or 4 inches, and there was still a beat down trail up there. Technically, you know, they don't normally move. What I'm seeing after this snowstorm, they'll probably move a lot more tonight than they would today. So we'll see. But that's my 2 cents. I just want to give a little history of what's going on with me, and I still get negative comments. I don't know why. I don't understand why people do that. And I just talk people down. It makes no sense. If you don't like what you're watching, just don't watch it. Holy moly, I don't understand people. Yep. Well, that's my 2 cents on that. Sorry it was a long spiel. So I'm getting on 13 minutes here. Sorry about that, but we all hunt for different reasons. I'm out here right now, still trying. See what happens. I'll show you what I got here. Okay, still watching this area. I'm gonna just hunker down and stay here the whole day just to see if anything shows up on that trailway. It's down there at about 70 yards. I put a scent wick on the left-hand side. The wind's blowing from the left to the right inside there, so I'm hoping that the scent will go down in there. We'll see. You just never know. See what happens here. Don't know if the focus in or not. Had one truck drive by me. And this road, if you drive all the way through, it does pop out on another road. It's just sometimes you can't do it. So I drove in here. The first track's coming in here on this side, so he must come all the way through. It's a big diesel Dodge with a cap on it. He must have come all the way through, and he hasn't come back by again, so must have just drove through and that was it. Some people, I've seen them do that. They'll drive through all the way around, come back through again, go all the way around. They'll do it all day. Just drive through this area looking to see something, you know, heater hunting, as they say. To each his own. If you got the fuel, go right ahead. I'll just sit here and drive my way. We all got different ways and different reasons. See what happens. Well, it's just after 12. I'm gonna have some lunch. Haven't seen anything out here. Been a windy, cold day. Probably gonna stick it out for the whole day just to make sure. And then I know I can get in this far, no problem. So I might drive in a little bit further tomorrow. We'll see. Or on the way out, to see if there's any new fresh tracks after I've come back out of here for some ideas. But even down here this morning, tomorrow morning, they may see if there's fresh tracks in here for me just to stay here. We'll see. Just first day out here in 2 years, so gotta just run with it and see what happens. Have some lunch and get you some footage after I'm done. I just had lunch. The wind is still just blowing and it is cold. Get you some outside.
It's no longer a
It's awful close. I should be back further. Good God. Probably maybe 50 yards. Maybe there'll be a buck behind it. We'll see. At least something when it grows. 2 in the afternoon, that's kind of odd. It's friggin' cold out. See if anything else comes out. Oh, you see that truck behind me? 2 old fellas just drove by. And just as that deer went in the woods, that truck come out. So, then they come in here saying they're not seeing fresh tracks or anything at all today. A deer just walked in front of them. Probably, I don't know, less than a minute before they come around that corner. But they said they haven't caught any fresh tracks, so nothing's been moving. Like I said, usually right after a snowstorm, they won't move till tonight. At least across the road. So there'll be more tracks, I'm assuming, in here tomorrow morning coming in. They'll move at night and we'll see more fresh tracks. But they don't like to move after first fresh, even if it's already had snow on the ground. So we'll see. Probably tomorrow there'll be more fresh tracks in here. Had that one doe, small doe, go across in front of me. I'm hoping maybe a buck will be behind her. Don't hurt to try, right? That's my philosophy on that. See what happens. Wind's died down quite a bit, so it's not quite so bad. That truck that went by hasn't gone back by yet, so I don't know if they're hunting out there. They went all the way through. See what we get this last hour out here. Hopefully something else comes across that trail. I'm kind of thinking that doe wasn't on that trail. I think she was just this side of the trail, but I'm not sure. I'll have to see when I leave. Alright, well, that was another day. Turn the headlights on here and back out. Saw that one doe, that was it. Come out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that was kind of odd, but it did. Yeah, trucking on out of here slowly. I should have been back a little bit further, I think, because that doe was awful close. I didn't dare move. Had that camera, I just had put the camera in my hand, and it was coming out to that side, so I didn't dare move much. Yeah, she came out right here. It's just about, let's see. Well, I guess that's part of the trail. Comes out of this way. Let me show you here. See the trail? This is part of the trailway I was watching. It comes that way and it goes over to there. Can't see it on this way. But that's what I was watching. About 70 yards away from that. She crossed down here just a little ways, about 10 yards more, closer to me. I'm gonna head on out of here, see what happens. I'll get you some more pictures if anything shows up.